Welcome back to the Reese and Tia show. Tia?
Yeah, so hello everybody. Welcome back. So today our topic is worst dating stories. So this is gonna be real interesting. Me and Reese gonna go back and forth talking about our worst dates. So check it out. What you got, Reese?
Well, mine is more recent than yours. You've been married for a while. You're tendered. And so, crazy story. I'm not going to use any name, of course, because that's not necessary. But so my first date, I met someone on a dating app. It was great personality. We ended up meeting up and we went out for a drink. Come to find out, she was actually dieting, right? So she had stopped eating meat for a while. And so as we were out, she was like fresh off her diet and we were getting a few drinks. I mean, literally two drinks. When I tell you she like got smack to the point like she, and getting to know her after that point, she's not even that type of person, but she got so drunk, like I was really in full control. Like if I was like a crazy person or some type of, a user or whatever, like I could have really like she could have really been in a bad place. But so anyway, the fun part of it is that so as the night continued, she's drunk. She couldn't find her car, so I'm walking outside the bar, like I'm trying to help her find her car. Meantime, I don't even know what kind of car she has. Period.
Oh, okay.
Don't know what kind of car she has. So we're walking around. She can't find it. I'm like, look, you're drunk. Let me just take you home. What's your address? Mind you, she had just moved not too far from her other place. So we're in the car and she's like, I really don't know you like that. Yeah, well, what do you want to do at this point? You know what I mean? Now it's like after 1 o'clock in the morning. So we're driving around. She directs me to her old place. So we get there. I'm like, cool. I'm tired, right? And I'm ready to go. But I'm like, all right, cool. We here. She's like, oh, no, wait. This is my old address. What? First of all, I've been driving around for 40 minutes at this part, trying to find your place. We get here and this is your old one. Now you're trying to remember. You can't operate your phone because you're drunk. Finally, you get it together. It takes another 20 minutes. Now we're clearly into like 2:30, 3 in the morning, right? So now I'm busted. I'm tired, right? So I help her out the car. I said, look, I'm gonna help you in your place, blah, blah, blah. I'm walking, she's leaning on me, tired, talking, looking at me, like knowing that's like, yo, I just met you, but I'm in this situation and I do need you. So she's kind of fighting with herself, but it's like, what choice do I have? So I get her to her place. We get in there. I help her. She gets in the house. I sit on the couch. I'm like, look, I'm tired. I'm just going to sit back. I'm just going to chill. Right? Because I can't drive home at this point. So anyway, I falls asleep. Wake up the next morning. I look over. Her pants is on the side of the couch. I'm like, what happened? How did her pants get off? So then I'm looking around because now I'm scared because I'm like, what did I get myself into? So anyway, she's in the back room because I hear her. She snores. I hear her back there snore. So I get up and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna just get my stuff and leave. But then I look at her door. Her door can only be locked from the inside. So I'm like, do I leave her and leave her door open and her vulnerable like this? And then, so I'm like, all right. So I walk to the back. I knock on her door. I hear her snore. I knock on her door and I go in there. I'm like, hey, let's just say her name's Jane. Hey, Jane, listen. She wakes up. What are you still doing here? I'm like, whoa, wait, listen. She was like, oh my God, what is going on? I said, yo, listen, you was drunk. You don't remember? I slept on the couch. She's like, oh my God, you're not supposed to be here. I'm like, cool, look, I'm leaving. But I didn't want to walk out your apartment and leave your door unlocked, right? So I'm just letting you know. She's like, oh my God, okay, I understand that. Okay, that's fine. I said, I'm leaving, right? I just wanted to let you know. So I leave to go walk out the door, right? I go to put my shoes on, whatever. I left my phone on the couch where I was just at. I turn around and come back to get my phone. She's walking out of the back room, butt naked. Ah! What are you still doing here? I said, yo, I was getting my phone. I'm leaving. She was like, she backed up in her room and closed the door. She's like, oh my God, I'm so embarrassed. Da, 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 da. And so then she was like, well, wait, because I don't have my car here. I got to go back and get my car. So now I'm standing off trying to give her privacy. She puts some clothes on and she come back out. I'm like, well, look, I do have to go back where we was past the bar to go home. I can drop you off. You couldn't find your car last night. So she's like, okay, oh my God, I can't believe. What are my pants doing in here? That I don't know. Yes, I don't know because we definitely didn't do nothing last night, right? Reassuring her in this. So she's side-eyeing me the whole time and she's not sure. I'm like, listen, we didn't do nothing. If you want to be comfortable, we can go get a date rape kit, all that. I want you to be cool with what's going on here.
Date rape kit.
Yeah, well, I mean, what do I do here, right? It's the world we live in, and as a man, I just wanted her to be understanding because I really just met her hours ago, right? So anyway, we get back, we go, I drive back to the bar. Guess where her car's parked? Directly in front of the bar. She's been walking past her car the whole night when we looked for it. But I'm glad it happened because she couldn't drive back home anyway.
Right.
So long story short, her and I are still cool to this day. And she always respect the fact like, yo, you really looked out for me. You really like, you're a gentleman and all that. But it was just crazy because how it just happened. And it could have went crazy. Like it could have went like I told her, you know, you got to be careful. And she has a really close relationship with her dad. And she said to me, she like, yo, my dad would be flipping right now if he knew what was going on. So a crazy thing, a crazy first date, but you know, because how I am, it didn't go bad for her. So
that's good. That's good.
Because I know some men probably could have took advantage of her.
Of course. So she was actually lucky that she went on that date with you. Yeah. So that was good. That was good. Well, I definitely don't have anything that adds up to that, Reese. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like mine are really just like little silly things. But I will say this: years ago, when I was in the dating field, I was young. I went with a guy, and
younger.
Man,
you were younger.
I was in my teens. Yeah, I was in my teens. Okay. So we went on a date, and we went to the movies. Now, it was at Christiana Mall. So I don't know if y'all remember when Christiana Mall like had a movie theater attached to it.
Oh, that was
a long time ago, right?
A long time ago.
So we went. I bought a ticket. Now this mofo didn't buy a ticket, right? He just snuck in.
I think I remember you telling me this though, back when it happened.
So we get into the theater, and this is back when they had ushers, and the usher comes and pulls him away.
That is old.
So I had to slip him my ticket to pretend like he paid, so they bring him back. And luckily they brought him back. But this dude, after the date, we went to the candy store and he started stealing candy.
Oh, he was with a thief.
Yes, I was with a thief. So I thought that was real interesting. Kind of minor, not quite like Reese's story. But I'll give y'all one more. Me and my husband, then new person, second date.
Okay.
We in Philly, going putt-putt, you know, having a good time. You know, in Philly.
Oh, what is putt-putt?
All right, mini golf.
Okay.
You know, mini golf.
Putt-putt, mini golf.
Putt-putt, mini golf, whatever you want to call it. Anyway, so we were on our second date in Philly, and you can't park everywhere.
Okay.
Well, we parked somewhere where we shouldn't have, and the car got towed.
Oh.
So, long story short, and I don't even know why we didn't get a taxi, why we didn't get an Uber. Neither of us had cash on us. We walked 3.5 miles to his car.
3.5 miles.
3.5 miles to his car to pick up his car. And not only did we do that, we went half on paying.
Wow. So why did you go half on paying? This was your first date?
This was a second date.
So what made you go half with him?
I think for me, going half with him was because I know that he was going through some things. Okay. And I know his money was not great at that point in time. So I just brought it upon myself to help out.
Wow, that was really big of me.
But that 3.5 miles wasn't big of me because I didn't care for that at all.
Right.
But
so the money didn't bother you, the mileage.
Mileage bothered me. Yeah. Okay. But that's mine. It ain't quite like Reese's, but those are my two those were my two stories.
But I think what's interesting about that is if you look into what's going on today, would the woman today have done that? You know?
Absolutely not. And I'm gonna be honest with you, there are some women out there that if you would have went with them that night, they would have claimed something or said something that you didn't do and pointed the finger at you.
True that.
So yeah, Reese, I must say though, your whole dating experience was interesting. Like to me, that's crazy. I don't know how you did all of that. Like some people would have just left for real.
No, some people would have left, but I mean, I feel like just talking about just how you was raised, right? And just that whole. First of all, our family is mainly women, right? So
that's true.
So I know I naturally have this nature to protect, right, and just make sure things was okay. It's no way in the world I could have met this woman and seen she was intoxicated to the point she was and just left her by herself. Like,
right.
I couldn't have lived with myself with doing that.
Yeah, yeah. So, that makes sense. Well, good on you for that. So
yeah. But like I was saying before, that's crazy that it shows how big your heart is too for you to just meet this guy on your second date and help him with his bill that clearly had nothing to do with you. And at that point, money was tight. I mean, we were young. You probably was working at BJ's around that time.
No. This was with my husband. So
so what was you? Where was you
at the prison?
Oh, okay, okay.
I was working at the prison.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so
sorry about that. We have a long timeline.
We do have a long timeline.
So, any more stories though?
I don't think I have any more stories, but you know what? I think it'll be interesting for us to do a video on our subscribers and their stories as we grow.
So why don't y'all tune in, leave some comments, and share so we can talk about those things and see how they pan out and get some professional advice
and experience
advice. And
there we go.
See how that works out.
All right. Thank you for tuning in. Like and subscribe. All right. See y'all in the next episode.
Peace.